Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is the general reading for the month of December 2018. For the reading, I use the Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso. If I need to clarify anything, I will be using the Zillich Tarot. And I also pull additional oracle cards from the Soulful Woman deck. That's by Shushan Movesian and Gemma Summers, and also Sacred Traveler Oracle cards, one of those, and this is by Denise, Linn. As I usually remind you, these are general readings, so please keep that in mind. The messages may or may not resonate. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to get a private reading with me. If you're interested, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video. I also encourage you to watch your, not just your sun sign video, but also your moon and rising. By doing that, you maybe for that particular month, the sun sign might not resonate quite as well, but by watching the others or watching all three of them together, you'll have a more complete overview of what the energies are that are surrounding you for that month. I'd like to also take this time to send just warm wishes for this month of December, which is, a special holiday month for many of us. So however or whatever you celebrate in the month of December, just know that I'm sending all of my best wishes and wishing you all a wonderful month and rest of this year. And also do be on the lookout. I will be posting very shortly the 2019 overview reading. Now, when I do a little differently, it's kind of takes a look at the energy surrounding us during each of the months. So it's it's a full year overview. So that will be coming out in the month of December. All right, I will stop for now, and I will see each of the signs in a second for your reading. Hi, Cancer. Hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your December reading. As you can see, I have shuffled off camera and laid the spread to save a little bit of time. All right, so let's jump into it. You have at the center of your reading the Eight of Wands, and it is crossed by the Ace of Wands. So fire energy at the center of your reading, and you actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wands cards in your reading. 1, 2 Pentacles, 1 Cups, 1 Sword, and 2 Major Arcana. So more heavily weighted towards Wands, so fire energy. And with the Eight of Wands crossed by the Ace of Wands, it could be, very exciting news, possibly about a new job, a new business venture, a new creative endeavor, project. Because the Eight of Wands is very fast-paced, right? You can see here we have the unicorns, and they're stampeding down the hill. So it's very forward-moving, fast-paced energy. It's kind of like changes in the air, changes coming in. It's in the air. And with it being crossed by the Ace of Wands, this is a brand new beginning. Aces in the Tarot are blessings, right? Sort of blessings from the universe. It's like the universe extending this out and saying, here, take this wonderful new beginning, this wonderful new opportunity. If there's a question you've been waiting for an answer on that question, it's a yes card, right? So there's yes, very positive, and then forward movement as far as, progress, movement ahead in this new opportunity. The Eight of Wands can also be communication, right? It can be that very fast-paced back and forth communication. So this might be you applying, sending an email, and then the back and forth, setting up an interview, waiting to hear back to see how the interview went, waiting to hear back to see if you finally got the job. So it's like the back and forth, texting, emailing, but it's, quick. The Eight of Wands can often speak of as well, like something that comes in very quickly. You might have to act quickly on it. So just, very fast-paced, exciting energy. At the foundation of your reading, you have the Four of Cups. Okay, and sometimes this card It's associated with boredom, apathy. You can see the woman here. She's, staring sort of absentmindedly at the 1 cup. She's not even paying attention to the 3 cups behind her, right? So sometimes when the 4 of Cups card appears in a reading, it can like withdrawing, you see how the woman is just sort of sitting alone, kind of contemplating, thinking about things. So it can have to do with introspection, if there is some type of doubt, uncertainty, sort of withdrawing, taking that time out. But it can also have to do with not seeing opportunities that are kind of right there before you, right? So there might be, maybe you have been focusing all of your attention on this one opportunity and, missing out on or not paying enough attention to others that are right there. In your recent past, you have, this is very good, solid energy, right? The 10 of Pentacles. This is, 10s in the Tarot are, their culminations, their endings. This is like the ultimate in the suit of Pentacles, and Pentacles deals with the material realm. It has to do with, the tangible things here in the material realm. So the work we do, the money we earn, it's our home, our family, resources, financial stability. And with the 10, this is like the ultimate, right? So this is great financial stability. Sometimes it can be associated with like inheritances, because obviously you don't get to the 10 of Pentacles kind of overnight. It's that money built up over many years. And so oftentimes with the 10 of Pentacles, it appears when there is like an inheritance handed down, or, receiving property as an inheritance, or a home as an inheritance, something like that. But it's great financial stability. So with this sitting in the recent past, you might have, for some of you, obviously this will not resonate with everybody, but you might have found out that, you had an inheritance due, right? Or you were receiving an inheritance. For others, this could just be, you in a very secure, very strong, stable financial position with the 10 of Pentacles, It's kind of like all is right in the world as far as your financial security. And, it's like that you have that very strong, secure financial foundation, and you've worked very hard, and you've, managed to really create this beautiful life for yourself. You can see there's a beautiful palace in the background, so it's like you've worked hard to build this life for yourself, and, you're feeling very, very good about that. It's very solid. Crowning your energy, crowning your reading, you have the energy of the Hermit. This is number 9 of the Major Arcana. And the Hermit can also, and down here with the 4 of Cups, I was talking about withdrawal, retreat. The Hermit is also, obviously it's Major Arcana, so it's, a more significant energy here, but it also has to do with, retreating, like putting projects on hold, retreating from the world in order to gain, to figure something out, to gain knowledge about something. This can be about yourself. This can be about, a situation. But it's, and this person, it can be sort of a spiritual journey as well with the Hermit. Right here we can see that the Hermit is it's like this wandering sage who has traveled up into, the mountains here, only guided by the light. So this sort of inner light, right? Seeking this spiritual knowledge, right? Away from all of the distractions of the world, to really focus on or gain a greater perspective or understanding about him or herself, or, the universe in general. So it's a very, sort of introspective energy. So you might, that might be really what's on your mind this month, kind of, where am I going? What is it that I really want? Which is what I'm getting with this 4 of Cups, because this is like you're kind of bored with what is in front of you. So maybe, you are trying to figure this out here. What is it that is important to you? Maybe you're figuring out, what to do with this Ace of Wands opportunity sitting in the middle, right? But coming up in the near future, you have the perfect energy to make a decision. You have the Queen of Swords. So if this is not a person, because when we have court cards in a reading, and you do have a couple of court cards here, they can be people playing a significant role in our life during this time period. If so, this would typically be an older air sign individual, even though she's a queen. It could be male or female in these general readings, but Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And, you can see here that she is carrying the sword of truth. So if anybody could, is able to figure something out and cut through the nonsense or the confusion, in order to get to that answer, it's the Queen of Swords. The suit of swords is air energy. It has to do with our thoughts, right? It's the suit of the mind, of the intellect. It's where we come up with our ideas. It's also communication, right? How we communicate those ideas to other people. And she is somebody who's, she's very good at using her intellect. She's very good at, keeping things very civilized. She doesn't usually like to argue. She's very good at communicating. So she tends to sort of diffuse situations, right? Bring the temperature down a bit. It's cool. It's cold energy. She's able to calm everything down. And so, if there's something to figure out, if this is not an individual coming in to help, to give you this, this sort of guidance to help clear the path, this could just be you taking on the energy of the Queen of Swords and really, figuring out what it is that you want and making a decision. And I feel that it's more you taking on this energy because you appear as the Seven of Wands. And this is a very, very determined, a very strong, independent sort of warrior-like energy. The Seven of Wands, you can see that he is actually outnumbered, right? He has a number of wands pointing at him. But even though he's outnumbered, he actually has the upper hand in the situation. He is riding the dragon, right? The winged dragon. He's on top of the cliff, so he has a higher vantage point. He could actually fly away to get away from them if he wanted to. He has a sword, a shield to defend himself. So, even though it looks as though he's outnumbered, he is actually, quite well equipped to take care of himself and to win, actually. But he's a very brave warrior, and he's this very strong, independent energy, very fiery, right? Again, wands. So it has to do with ambition and drive, determination, passion. And so this could be you just, making a decision and then standing your ground. Sometimes with the Seven of Wands, it appears when, people might question, well, why are you going to do that? Maybe it's you're considering leaving a particular job for this new opportunity. And, and others might look at you and say, well, why would you want to do that? You've been in this job, you've managed to, work your way up, and is making quite good money. You have everything that you need financially speaking. Why would you want to walk away from that? And maybe it's, a new opportunity that's doing something that's more creative, or it's something really more in line with what you would like to do. And so you're standing your ground and you're saying, no, this is what I want to do, and you're very sure of yourself here with the Seven of Wands. In your environment, or, the energy surrounding you, you have the Six of Pentacles. So more earth energy. We have the Ten of Pentacles over here. Six of Pentacles, sometimes it's referred to as the mentor-mentee card. It has to do with, it can have to do with a number of things. But you see here how the woman, she's in this lush garden. So she's worked long and hard, right? She's been able to, or she's able now to see the fruit of her labor, right? So she's put in the effort, put in the hard work, and she is actually, seeing that. She has a basket full of fruit here, and she has more than she needs. So, we see the birds, they're actually taking fruit out of her basket. So, with this energy, there's a give and take, and it has to do with, when you have more than you need, being able to and being willing to give of that to others, because you never know when you might be on the other end and you might be in need of, somebody's assistance or somebody's time or somebody's resources. Because when we think of resources, it doesn't necessarily have to be money. It could be. There could be you looking for a loan, going to the bank, looking for a loan. You might be repaying a loan. This might be somebody coming to you, asking you for a loan, or repaying money that you've loaned to them. but it doesn't have to be. Resources can also be time. They can be, knowledge. It can be volunteering of your time. If you have more time than normal, you could be volunteering. That might have something to do with this new opportunity. Maybe it's, it's sort of partnering, or you're managing to bring together, work plus something that you, kind of like a, what am I trying to say? Like a word totally escaped me, like an NGO, like a nonprofit. It might be something like that where you can use, give of yourself in that manner. Now, in your hopes and fears, you have the Nine of Wands, which this oftentimes it has to do with like one last battle. It's a Nine of Wands, so it's nearly at the 10. You're nearly finishing out a cycle, and that's interesting. You have the 7, the 8, and the 9. You're missing the 10, but you do have the King of Wands, and then you have the Ace of Wands at the center. So with the 10, 10 of Wands, that's the ending of that cycle. So with the 9, it's like you're nearly there, but sometimes the 9 comes in when there's one last obstacle that you have to, jump over. There's one last hurdle to face. There's one last obstacle that you have to, get past before you can end something, before you can complete something. But it is a fear, so it doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be something to set you back or something that, unexpected that you're going to have to deal with. There's a fear of it here, but you see that the woman, it looks, again, it's like she's resting alone on a mountaintop. So that might have something to do with spending time alone or reflecting, right? Taking this time out for yourself. But she's actually thinking, right? She's planning. She's not just sitting there. And she's also very aware of her surroundings. So, if something appears, she's ready to kind of take on whatever it is. So, there's nothing to fear here. If something does, come up, an obstacle or something you have to deal with the last minute, it's like you can handle it, because you have here, as you head out of the month, the King of Wands. Again, could be an individual. If so, this would typically be an older fire sign individual, male or female, even though he appears here as the king. It's not gender specific in these general readings, but Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. I usually associate him more with Leo, I think, especially with this one, because there's an actual lion on the card. But there could be this person around you. If so, this person is usually very charismatic, very dynamic, kind of a born leader, is not afraid to, if there's a new business venture or a new project to embark upon, this person is very good at kind of having that vision, going after it, not being afraid to start this new thing. And people generally follow this individual because it's kind of like a born leader. So if this is a person, this is a very good person to have who might be coming in to help you, might be related to this new opportunity. If not, then it's you taking on the energy of the King of Wands. And, if this is you as the King of Wands, then it's kind of like the sky's the limit. There's nothing that you cannot handle, which is why I said, don't worry about this Nine of Wands, because and with the Seven of Wands, you're standing your ground, you have the King of Wands. It's like you are ready, willing, and able to tackle whatever might come your way. Now, the overall energy for the month, you have Major Arcana number 14, the Temperance card, which is a card that can speak of, can also speak of delays and things. So, like I was saying with the Hermit card, there might be, if you put projects on hold or that type of thing. With the Temperance card, there can sometimes be delays in things moving forward. So we have this fast-paced Eight of Wands and Ace. There might be a delay, but it's, it's usually only sort of temporary, and there's always divine timing at play. So if there is some type of delay, just know that there's a reason for it. But Temperance, more than anything, speaks of moderation, right? It's having balance in our life, balance within the areas of our life. So, having sort of that balanced work and home relationship, having both of them, like not putting in too many hours and neglecting the family, and sort of not vice versa, not kind of focusing too much on the home and neglecting your work. There's a need for balance. Also moderation having to do with eating, drinking, right? Anything that we sort of do in life, right? Making sure that there's moderation in that, and especially during the month of December, which is a month when, for many people, it's a season of holidays, and so we tend to kind of eat more than usual, drink more than usual, right? We're getting together with friends and family, so just, keep everything under control, right? Practice moderation as much as possible. And then the two cards that came out as the oracle cards, you have Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you. Hope you can see that. It's a very pretty card. It's kind of faint when I try to show it here on the camera. And then listening to my body. This is number 38 of the Soulful Woman. And it says, my health is my life, the temple of my experience, and the greatest of my blessings. So let me get the guidebook so I can read the full meaning for the oracle cards. So Mystic Healer. Mystic Healer says, inner and outer healing on all levels is occurring in your life. A situation, relationship, or physical challenge is being resolved. Have faith that it's happening. This is the time to find the source of challenges. Transform inner grievances. Do it now. You no longer need to carry it with you. You are a healing force for others, even if you are not aware of it. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know there are times when the traveler steps off the path to search for the Mystic Healer. The healer instructs that everything in nature has the intrinsic ability to restore itself, and reminds you that you also have this powerful ability within you. For healing to occur on the outside, it's essential for healing to occur on the inner planes. To do this, meditate by visualizing a beautiful, vital future for yourself, and trust that recovery is on the way. Past life issues may be emerging in order to be released. Mystic healers are working with you to resolve emotional and physical challenges. Be patient and have faith that beneath the surface, all is well. Interesting, because this is a very spiritual, right? The Hermit, spiritual card, seeking that sort of inner knowledge, or, sort of spiritual knowledge, retreating. We also had this, I said here, maybe some type of retreating. And we have the woman here kind of sitting alone, pondering on something, right? Alone on the mountain here. So there might be, there might be healing, or you taking this time, or needing to take this time to heal as well, with this card coming out. And then card 38 says, I put my health and well-being first. My health is my life, my body, the temple of my experience. By putting my health first, I put the quality of my experience first. I listen carefully to my body. Each day, I nourish myself, making the best choices I can for my food, my sleep, my relationships, and my spirit. I'm on a healing journey that leads me to a deeper understanding of the incredible connections between my body, mind, and spirit. Slowly, I discover what works best for me. I learn what I need to do to experience positive health and well-being, to gradually heal from ailments or illnesses wherever possible, and to release poor habits or self-neglect. I love my wellness and take care of my energy. As I continue to heal myself, I'm grateful for each new day. I'm also grateful for the positive health of friends and family, and for knowing that true wellness is the greatest of blessings, the greatest of riches, the greatest of abundances. And I think that this could have something to do with the Temperance card, because with this, I was definitely getting more to do with like watching what you're eating, watching what you're drinking. So there could be, listening to my body, right? Pay attention to the signs that your body might be sending you, and really try to, as much as possible this month, make, healthy choices. Make these body positive, health positive choices as you go through this holiday month, right? Try not to overindulge. Not always the easiest, but try not to. And definitely listen to your body here. But overall, it looks like a good month for you. So I hope the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of December. Bye for now.